In our third video for today, we're going to look at scales and modes, starting with the major. Major scales are created by using the following tone and semitone pattern. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Here is C major written in the treble, bass and alto. Ascending only, you can see I've marked in the semitones between degrees 3 and 4 and 6, 7 and 8, my apologies. We call the first 4 notes of the scale a tetrachord and the last 4 notes of the scale a tetrachord. And in the major scale, you can see the first tetrachord has a tone, tone, semitone pattern, as does the second tetrachord, tone, tone, semitone. It's nice and balanced. Okay, so you get 2 major sounding tetrachords on the bottom and the top of the scale, divided by a middle tone. So the overall pattern again is tone, tone, semitone, middle tone here, and then another tone, tone, semitone. And that's a distinctive major sound. This can be transposed into any key. When you write this in C major, you aren't using a key signature and you do not use accidentals. Here we have the harmonic minor scale. And this is created by using the tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone and a half semitone pattern. It's distinctive because it has 3 semitones in the scale between degrees 2 and 3, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. I've written C harmonic minor and I've used accidentals. Okay, now C harmonic minor, if you go to the 3rd degree, the submediant, we find E flat. Now that is our relative major. And if you go back to your key signatures worksheet, you'll know that E flat major in the key signature has 3 flats. So if we were working this particular scale with a key signature, instead of using accidentals as I've done, you wouldn't have these flats here, but you would have to put a B natural here to make sure that the leading note was a semitone away from the tonic. Okay, so that's C harmonic minor with the tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone and a half between the 6th and 7th degrees, and then another semitone. The lower tetrachord is tone, semitone, tone. The upper tetrachord is semitone, tone and a half, semitone. And this is that very Middle Eastern kind of Algerian scale pattern. Okay, this is it in the treble, bass and alto clefs. The Mixolydian mode is an ancient Greek mode and sounds very much like the major scale. It's created by starting on the 5th degree of the major scale, and I've done it here in C major key, so we don't have to use any sharps or flats. And it's made up with the following pattern: tone, tone, semitone. There's our middle tone, and we get tone, semitone, tone. So essentially we have a major tetrachord and then a minor tetrachord. Okay, so G Mixolydian starts with the first 5 notes of what sounds like G major, 4 notes of G major, sorry, and then the top 4 notes sound like D minor. Okay, and this note, the 7th note, always sounds wrong. It sounds like it's starting with a major scale, but when you get up to that 7th note, boom, it just sounds wrong. So you can see that the semitones are between degrees 3 and 4, making it sound like the major, and then between 6 and 7. Okay, now the 7th note must always be a tone away from the 8th note, the tonic. Okay. All scales and modes can be transposed into all keys, be written with or without a key signature, be written in any clef, start ascending or descending, be single or 2 octaves ascending or descending, and be both ascending and descending. Okay, so remember to read the question carefully and underline the salient points that you have to answer. And when checking back over your work, tick off what you've done correctly and fix any mistakes.